Hello and welcome back. Paul is here for episode 24 of Let's Play Warsong. So like I said, I cut off a little bit early because it was getting late. And yeah, I didn't want to continue on for a 30-minute episode. I didn't cut off early. It's 29 minutes. What I'm talking about? What am I talking about? Anyway, just getting a view of what I was doing last. This guy was having trouble killing my monks. Fantastic. Yeah, and this is why I brought these guys. This is beautiful right here. I'm getting Garrett over to support. That's right, I remember now. And we're loading archers up onto the wall. Loading archers onto the wall. Man the cannons, guys. Load up these archers for the inevitable gargoyle storm. So I'm like really judgmental of my commentary today. I don't know what's up. I'm probably actually listening to myself talk for once and realizing all the horrible things that are coming out of my mouth. Let's see. And of course, the maneuvering part. This wouldn't be so bad if I trusted the AI to move my soldiers neatly, but I don't. Especially now with it's actually one of the first. Yeah, we saw some impassable blocks or squares with the first level, or the retaking of the castle. I mean, look at all of these. All right, I want to just YOLO it with Tiburon here. I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to YOLO it with Baird and then Tiburon. I'm just going to do it that way. But we do have to rush... Ow, that was silly. We do have to rush Thorn over and get him in position too. Going really well though. I mean, aside from the bottom left corner, everything's pretty solid. I have less soldiers down here in the south than I did in my test runs, but that's just how it's gonna be. Hopefully that guy will stay where he is. Come on, Lance. I think he's gonna be stuck in position. It's alright. There's an app for that. Oh dear. Hurt him. Wound him. Oh, why did you have to go and do that? It's amazing how well that works. These guys are just so tanky. Alright, let's get Garrett over here. Just leave those soldiers there. For this, can I move? Ah! Alright, well, I'm gonna do this. Move a knight up there to try drawing Lance out. Though, now's probably not the time to do that. 24 defense. Alright, well. Good. Let's do it. Yes! Oh, that was so stupid risky. Just kill him. Murder! Murder! See. Alright, he's out of range, so I'm just gonna pull him back. Let's get these guys healed up. Oh, that was glorious. Yes. So we'll go ahead and treat. And let's move archers forward. Though, I mean, really, in this kind of board, I mean, forward is totally relative to where I want them to go. I like it. Actually. So I've been tempted to actually get some Griffins. The Griffin Riders in this game look so cool. Soldiers just on Griffins, as one would expect from Griffin Rider. But there's the animation, for the look for them and everything is cool. I will probably be using them for a mission or two. Problem is they're so expensive. They cost how much? 100 ducats? Right here. Move up here. This guy must feel really impotent right now. He's just kind of stuck. A whole bunch of monks are just like, "You shall not pass, bro." That's how men of the cloth talked in the Middle Ages. Alright, well, I think that guy might be dead, but we'll see. That night. I mean, I don't get, like I said, I don't get a refund for them, so just whatever. Yeah, he's gone. Do some damage. No. You're not good. You died alone. Oh, hey! They wounded him. Arg! Go arg! I love the sound effects. Monsters have surrounded the castle. I can't believe they're attacking the castle. Lance, can't you see there's no use? They're here because the Warsong was stolen. Your stories don't fool me. I'll come back for you when I'm done with these monsters. Be prepared. Be prepared. Prepared for the coup of a lifetime. Sorry. Lance! How are they holding a conversation literally across the map? Are they like smoke signals? What's going on there? Alright, well. I want to move him. This guy. And we'll just keep cycling monks out. This is wonderful. Move Garrett down. And gotta hurry to get my people in position now, because we are out of time. Well, I mean, not quite out of time, because the dragons are... Not dragons. Let's look at their design. Okay, so these are gargoyles. Yeah, I can see it. They got spears. They're kind of creaturey. These are wyverns. Yeah, I guess. I actually don't quite remember. There is, amazingly, a very specific classification on what is a wyvern, what is a dragon, and what is a worm, and what is a drake. They're kind of like the pole arms of the fantasy world. If you don't know what I mean, just look up what constitutes different pole arms. It's crazy. Alright, well, you, sir, need a treat. You also need to treat. I can put an archer right there. Just leave these guys close at hand. And I can put another archer. I can't, maybe. Alright. There we go. And we'll have plenty. This is the only spot. Like I said, Lance can only go through those two squares. This horseman can't climb wall. That would be amazing. Wall climbing horses. Horse-eye? No, horses. Alright. We're all set up here. Like I said, game clearly designed for you to do this. But it's just, when I move Sabra here, or Calais here, her aura will reach all of them. Clearly designed that. And I'll just leave the soldiers there. We're so close. And face. And of course they're got to set up for all of their little movement. I think these guys actually are for some reason not moving. Yeah, I think it has something to do with it. You're being posted at the where you started. That's interesting. So you could leave a kill. You could leave a kill team at the start, and you know that's interesting. I might have to test that out later. Oh yeah, arrows. Like I said, I'm just the more I play, the less impressed I am with cavalry. I mean, I just feel like they should have a higher defense than they do. And then archer, I don't know. Maybe is it just me? Because I mean, for a balance factor, they do a ton of damage. They kind of, Griffins are kind of the same way. They have a super low defense, but when they hit things, they hit like a Mack truck. Oh wow, they're starting to finally do damage to this guy. He's letting enough arrows, or Labaru spears, I guess. All right, dude. It's Garrett time. Stand aside! Get out of the way! You're on the wrong side to be saying that. Unless you're trying to get to Mina. You love her. Oh, that was perfect. Alright. Give it to Carleon? Yeah. Well, yeah, now's a good time to test if this will level him up. I mean, not if it'll level him up. And of course we're going to make him a lord, because we want more finger gun knights. Yes, it does. The experience does carry over. That's what I was wondering. Alright. Now, I'm actually going to move down here. I want to get the monks out of the way so that they are not targeted by the wyverns and and gargoyles. Remember gargoyles? That was a great show back in the 90s, back when cartoons were awesome. Now, of course, the enemy are flying units, so they can get over these impassable walls. Show-offs. But all I have to do is they're going to be making a beeline for the center. Presumably, this is where Warsong is hiding. Not really now. All right. Well, I am curious if the creatures are going to stay there, and if they move when I move someone from the. When I move Baird's people, sorry for all the ums and uhs. It's the worst thing I could be doing. Now I do have to be careful. Lance does have that AoE attack. Archer up here. Oh, come on. Alright, well. Alright, I was going to be really annoyed if that night horseman got a kill in. Magic healing. Just get some heals on. Excellent. Now no, actually I'm not sore tempted to. You sir need to treat. Horsemen are so bad. Like, I don't think they're actually bad. I think I'm just... I don't know, I mean... Peasants with arrows are doing more damage than, wiping out the cavalry. Now I know how the French felt. Alright, how much... 16 MP, so I've got 4 uses of... what is it? Thunder. That's good. That'll be nice for fighting, for when we blitz the center. These guys have a fair amount of attack. I mean, that's such a weird spell. I mean, I have to feel like it was designed that way so you could get used to having to face AoEs. But just, there's no other spell in the game, I think, that has that kind of effect. That line effect. And on that note of the I think about the game, this is really kind of where my memory of the game starts fading, and I am going to be playing through a lot and whatnot to get up to speed on how it's done. Because I don't remember much part of this level. I remember the werewolf level after this, and that's about, I mean, oh, and the horrible basilisk stone level that's coming up. That level makes me sad. Well, let's move down here. Oh well. I still have a ton of archers there. Yeah, I've got tons of archers. I love archers in this game. They're so awesomely powerful. Because they're really good at, as long as they can land the damage, they're really good at whittling down enemy units. And poor Lance, he's only level 9. He doesn't actually become anything if he reaches level 10 yet. I'll leave that guy there. Tiburon, you just need to keep healing up. You did your job. You got a few levels. There'll be some good use for him later. Yeah, those guys just aren't moving. I'm fine with that. Wyvern. It's nice having Calais at level 2. Means that she's going to be... Wow. Oh, right. He took a ton of damage from the enemy lord. Go ahead and treat. Go ahead and treat. Oh, that was risky. I used Garrett and it's interesting how everything funnels into here. You can't like go around here. Now, in castle design, that's not a bad setup, but usually they have concentric interior rings so that you can move defenders from one part to the other. So it's just interesting how they do have it, if they actually had more men, that you could defend these lines, fall back to, say, choke points here, and then again fall back towards center choke points here, and then lastly, if this wasn't the thing, it, actually getting to the stairs here was here and here. So, it's not a terribly designed castle, actually. Well, I'll leave that archer, that set of archers there. These guys are ready. Those guys, let's just put them on the walls back here so they're out of the way. Uh-oh, they're on the red carpet, guys! Fine here, and he's just chilling. So yeah, I wanted to mention last night. I just was listening to History of England and heard a interesting reference to the Archbishop of Canterbury, calling him the ABC. I like it. I don't know if that's actually something that's used, actually, or even if the Archbishop of Canterbury is still in position. But he was, and I have to imagine that Medieval Man probably did refer to... did they have ABCs with Old English? Yeah, they did. Chaucer used A, B, and C. But I mean, the Medieval Man was fairly clever. The one of the order of friars that ran the Inquisition were the Dominican monks, and as such they were referred to as the Dominicanes, the watchdogs of God. Which is clever. That's really clever. I think that's awesome. Like, people imagine the Middle Ages as being this time without people thinking, or, you know, it's just, you know, they think Dark Ages. The Dark Ages were a period of like a couple hundred years between the fall of Rome and the resurgence of Western societies, when people didn't have as much written records. Even then, there were still the Byzantines. They still had written records. There were still records from the Persians, and then later the Arabs. Dark Ages is such a misnomer, and it's so improperly applied. The Middle Ages were a time of recovery and learning. It wasn't the greatest kind of learning, and there were some problems with it. Usually the Black Plague had something to do with the stagnation of free thought, but... well, not a stagnation of free thought, but... it had a lot to do with the slowing of society. When you've got a third of the population dying every couple of years, well, every couple of, it's about a generation or so. Once a generation, the plague would come back around. That's just how the virus worked. Oh, these people aren't immune anymore. I'll kill them too. Now here's the best part about poor Lance. You don't deserve to be my enemy. Die. You don't deserve to be mine. Okay, well, he actually did pretty well there. He acquitted himself admirably. But I'm still going to hurt him more. See, now he's going to waste his time treating. I'm going to get more archers healed up. And we're just going to keep this dance a-dancing. These guys still aren't moving. I'm going to test and see if moving... oh boy. I'm curious, but I do know that moving Sabra forward will turn the tide. As for here, this is going to be glorious. Thunder! I have to imagine flying units don't do too well against thunder attacks. I think that one... oh, that's just amazing. Like I said, we're going to have 3 Magic Knights by the end of this. Let's put these guys on the walls. I really don't care. Now let's get Mina up here. She can cast a healing spell. Well, let's just treat Garrett. This guy is going to use... he's got enough for 2 fireballs. Really, the big problem is here. Because of the way I set myself up, the south end doesn't have as much power as the north end does. Which is fine. South end does have another movement. Oh, right, because I moved Sabra. I already forgot that. And he's gonna treat. These archers, man. I remember reading some, actually back when I was reading the guide for the Mina Box episode, I remember mentioning how a lot of enemies are weak against horsemen. I don't know, archers seem to be doing the trick. Yep, now I have 4 sets of 10. You have nothing to attack. Treat. Move you back here. Move you here. Arrows! I was about to say, man. If you guys couldn't kill the gargoyle. Arrows. Yeah, those do kind of look like gargoyles. I mean, sort of. And just for convenience, I'm leaving the monks back here. What time is it? 25 minutes. Alright. I think I'm actually going to put a cut in here, and I'll continue in the next part. I just don't want episodes to be too long or too short. This seems like a good place to stop. So, I'll see you guys later. Polius